Well, folks, I've had a lot of people sending me messages. Pick up my bucket here. About harvesting garlic and onions and that type of thing. And I thought I had did a video on it last year, but maybe these people had not seen it. But they asked when I'm going to do a video on harvesting garlic. And I've not harvested any of it this year that I've planted. As you can see, my garlic, all of it did not come up. It didn't grow. So I have not harvested any of it this year. My onions, I don't know because I don't see the onion tops. And I'm told that you're supposed to basically move the dirt from around your onions and your garlic to get them to bulb up. This looks like a red onion. I don't know. But that's what I'm told, that you're supposed to move the dirt from around the onion bulb itself. And I don't see an onion bulb. They must be too deep. Or either this is garlic. I did mark them, which I thought I would remember, because remember I had one tub of garlic and the other one was of onions. But there's only like 4 onion plants or garlic. It looks like red onions. And then I've got, this might be garlic here, I'm not sure. But they claim you're supposed to move the dirt back from around it. But see, I don't see a bulb. So, this may be walking onions, I'm not sure. Because I know I planted walking onions and I planted garlic, I planted onion, red onions, yellow onions. So I don't know. But there's only like 5 plants there alive. Quite a few of these are alive, but I thought these were the walking onions. And if it's so, they're not going to bulb up. But when they grow and the bulbs mature and the bottom leaves turn brown and die, that's the time to pull them. Now, I don't know about these because these are turning. I can pull one out to see. See, that's a walking onion. That's a walking onion right there. So it's not going to bulb up. And I'll have to stick that back down in the dirt. Put the camera down just a second so I can make that hole. And I'm going to stick my onion right back down in this hole. Because I don't want to use it yet. I'm not ready for it. And any of my walking onions I leave in the dirt until I'm ready to cook them. I don't harvest them and let them dry or anything, because they'll come back every year. The walking onions will. Now let's go over here and see, I put that one back. So these are red onions, I think, and I'm not sure what that is. That's what I get for not marking it. But I've got some here, and I thought this was garlic. But it's being overtaken by my greens. And I don't see a bulb on any of these yet. And like I said, I may have planted them too deep. But I don't see a bulb. But garlic should bulb up. I mean, you know, garlic will have a bulb on it. I've not had luck in growing anything out here except chives and Egyptian walking onions. All of the other, it's either too dry or too wet for it. So like I said, if you planted Egyptian walking onions, you don't ever pull those out unless you're going to cook them. And then you don't want to pull them all out because they'll come back the next year, produce you more, and produce more onions. And when they're walking, they will produce baby onion bulbs for you to plant new ones. That's how I started this other new tote right there. And a lot of times I'll just harvest the tops, leave the plant itself there. I'll just break off some of the tops. So I hope that's answered your question. Like I said, after they've grown for a while, like 40 days or so or more, they should bulb up. Mine have not bulbed up, so I don't know what's going on with them. Maybe I need to buy some more actual, and my wind has blown the rugs down. Need to come out here and put those in the shed and get them off of the ground. I don't have the key with me right now, so. I should have already got them off of this. But yeah, I did not buy onion sets to plant, and that might be one of the reasons. Well, yeah, I did too. I bought the red ones and the yellow ones and some of them. And I'm going to put these rugs right here because I wasn't thinking about the wind. Because I can't put these in the washing machine. I have to bring them outside and wash them on the patio. Kind of like they do the big rugs in the factories. You know, they lay them down on flat concrete pads and put cleaner and stuff on them. But anyway, yeah, this is the first year I've tried to grow anything except my walking onions. And I did try the garlic last year. I had the best luck growing it in just water bottles, the garlic. But so far, my onions have not done that well out here. I don't know if I planted them at the wrong time of the year, or maybe it's because I don't buy the sets to plant. I did buy a few bulbs, but you know, most of them didn't make it. The white, the yellow, and the red. So I just wanted to get on here and address that issue about the garlic, because they said that I never showed when to harvest it. But usually it's when your bottom leaves turn brown or when the tops start to die off is when you're supposed to pull your onions and your garlic. But usually by then you see a bulb. You can see the onion, a little bit of it, you know, toward the top of the ground, the dirt, and the garlic as well. And I've not seen that on mine, so I don't know what's going on with my onions and my garlic this year, except for my walking onions. And you can see how bad this wind is blowing. I mean, we've had wind advisories today because the wind is so bad. But I bought those red onions, the yellow onions, and the white onions and planted them, the bulbs, because I wanted to try to see if I could plant some of those and grow them, because I use so many of them. But see look how good my walking onions look. But like I said, usually I harvest just the green tops of those. And they're starting to walk. These are, look at that. That right there will produce, it'll go all the way up to the top like as tall as this. And then it'll burst out with a whole clump of little baby onions. And those are the ones you pick off and you replant. So you'll always have walking onions. And see, there's another one starting. It looks like a pregnant onion when it does that, because it'll get a great big bulb inside the green stalk, and it'll travel all the way to the top. It bursts open, and it'll produce a whole clump of little baby walking onions that you can plant. But you need to let them dry just a tiny bit on the plant before you pick them. And then just immediately go ahead and replant them. But I've got like 6 pots of walking onions because I do that. You know, I salvage all the little baby onions at the top and I replant them. Same way with my chives. But yeah, so my red, white, and yellow onions is a learning experience for me this year because, like I said, I've never planted those before. Or I did try some, I think, last year, and I just didn't have any luck. And I tried again this year. So, and my garlic, it was growing in the green stalk tower over there last year. And I did pull out the garlic before freezing cold temperatures that year because the tops were dying down. And I did bring them in the house, and I used every bit of it, but it never did bulb up, really. So it didn't grow right. So I don't know what I did wrong with that. If anybody knows, please leave it in the comments. Some tips on growing onions and garlic. And with that, I want to wish y'all a good day. I hope I answered a couple of questions. And I'll see you on my next one. Bye.